Hello guys, I'm Kiri, welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna talk about another great car with the very famous Busso V6 engine, Alfa Romeo SZ. Many car guys knows the well-known V6 Busso Alfa Romeo engine is very popular. You can see it in many Alfa Romeo models like GTV Ofetta 75, 164 and was the best, the top Alfa Romeo engine installed in the sporty hot models. If you check the history of Alfa Romeo, you can see a lot of sports heritage. Was a great brand with many Grand Prix victories and competing in many different races. The company was founded in 1906 and during the years was producing some of the most desirable, most advanced, most agile and most beautiful sports cars. A company that has done more for the sporting saloon concept than any other car manufacturer. That has won world championship in categories from sports cars to Grand Prix single-seaters. Even we can say that today we have one of the most famous company, Ferrari, thanks to Alfa Romeo. Everyone knows the story. But then something went wrong, especially 1970s and 80s. Many issues with the cars, the rust problems, the electrical problems, the oil reliability. The people turn back to Alfa Romeo. We know the models Alfetta GTV, Giulietta Sprint, Arna 3375, which being good but not enough. Then in late 80s, Alfa Romeo decided to do something special, to show the world they are still in the business. They can do something the people can talk about and eventually they can bring back the customers. In 1989, Alfa Romeo presented the model SZ. It was based on the Alfa Romeo 75 chassis but completely different design. SZ stands for Sprint Zagato, and now you know already the car was built by the very famous Italian coach builder Zagato. Few years early in 1986, Fiat bought Alfa Romeo and they wanted to bring back the name Alfa Romeo deserved. Because really Alfa Romeo had once great sports heritage. This was just the beginning. Fiat boosted the project financially, Alfa Romeo used them heritage, and Zagato designed the car and unveiled at the 1989 Geneva Motor Show as a Zagato ES30, where ES30 actually stands for Experimental Sports Car 3 liters. The engine, of course, was the very famous Busso V6 3 liter. The plan was to build 1000 cars, so it was limited number car, but on the end they made 1036 Sprint Zagatos. Was in production only for 3 years from 1989 to 1991. But before to talk more about this car, we want to say that when the production finished in 1991, the bosses from Fiat decided to make a convertible of this gorgeous car. And in 1992 was presented the open version Alfa Romeo RZ. Now RZ means Roadster Zagato. This story was very similar to the Ferrari LaFerrari. In the beginning, Ferrari built 500 LaFerrari cars, but later, when the production of the Ferrari LaFerrari finished, they came with the Roadster version, 210 built Ferrari LaFerrari Aperta. Typical Italian business view, but it's working. The Roadster Alfa Romeo RZ was in production from 1992 to 1994, and for this period Zagato built just 284 RZ cars. Now let's go back to Alfa Romeo SZ Sprint Zagato, because the car here in front of us is exactly that very cool, very famous Italian sports car. Alfa Romeo SZ is with the front longitudinally mounted V6 Busso 3 liter engine and producing 207 horsepower, 5-speed manual gearbox, rear wheel drive. But the cool factor is that the gearbox is transaxle type, so it's engaged straight to the differential on the back. That's why the car has perfect weight distribution 50-50. And because of the radical design, the car soon became nicknamed Il Mostro in original Italian language, or the Monster. The car has an extremely aggressive look, especially on the front, with these 6 main square lights, 3 each side, and sharp indicators with the typical Alfa Romeo triangle type distinctive mark on the middle. Not only the front sight is radical, actually all the car is very sharp. The side profile, the back, the roof, all the design was so different for late 1980s. On the end was very successful car. All the 1036 cars were sold very quick. Even there were some customers, eventually customers, more people asking for this crazy car. Designed by Robert Opron at Alfa Romeo Centro style, using computer cutting edge at the time. SZ used race-proven IMSA suspension with a revolutionary injection-molded composite body made by Carplast, a company created by the son of the very famous 1960s sports car manufacturer Giotto Biserini. So not many people knows that, but the fact is that this car has something in common with Giotto Biserini, the one who was working for Alfa Romeo, later Ferrari and Lamborghini. And he was one of the main men to create the Holy Grail 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO. Alfa Romeo SZ was very innovative for the time. All the panels are made from special composite materials, so there is not going to be rust issues like most of the Alfa Romeo cars from that time. But on the end, the car is not that light. The composite panels are quite heavy, which affects on the final curb weight of approximately 1,260 kilograms, something very similar to the Alfa Romeo 75 3-liter, maybe even more. We said earlier, the car used the 75 platform with the same conception front and rear suspension, but in SZ is very sporty. Also, the rear disc brakes are in next to the differential. This was the old conception from the racing cars. With wheelbase 2 meter 510 millimeters, the car is long just over 4 meters, wide 1 meter 730 millimeters, and high 1 meter 310 millimeters. Originally 16-inch, very cool Alfa Romeo design alloy wheels with 205/55/16 and 225/50 ZR16 on the rear Pirelli P0 tires. Of course, it's going to be the tires Pirelli, what do you expect from 1980s and 90s Alfa Romeo cars. All of the cars are being painted in red, the typical Alfa Romeo racing color, and don't forget Alfa Romeo actually is the sport history and heritage is many years before Ferrari to arrive. Actually, it was only one configuration for this Alfa Romeo SZ: red exterior, cream interior and grey roof. From all the 1036 cars, just 100 being exported officially to the UK market. For some sources, maybe this number is 50, but anyway, all of them in left-hand drive configuration. Another 100 cars went to Japan, but again in left-hand drive. So Alfa Romeo SZ never been originally built in a right-hand drive configuration. And only one car was built and painted from the factory in different color, in black. Special order for special man. Andrea Zagato. This particular car in front of us is original UK stock. It's a number 134 of all 1036 built, so it's very early car. It's very original with just 18,000 miles on the clock from new. Absolutely fantastic car, but not only the exterior is unique, the interior is very beautifully made as well. Very fine Italian leather with it all in cream color, and the amazing Nardi 3-spoke steering wheel. By the way, it's very similar to the 1980s Alfa Romeo 33, but anyway, it's very, very cool. Just 2 seats inside and luggage compartment behind the seats, and on the boot as well we have luggage compartment, so we easily can say this is a grand tourer car to cross the roads, to do long distance, especially on the Italian or the French Riviera. The best part of the car is going to be the sound of the V6 3-liter Busso engine. If the road is in the valley surrounded by mountains, this sound is just incredible and will put smile on your face all the way. Let's talk a little bit about the performance of the Alfa Romeo SZ. Very nice for a car from late 1980s, maximum speed 245 km per hour, or this is 152 miles per hour. Acceleration from 0 to 62 miles per hour or 100 km per hour, just 7 seconds. 1 km from standing, 27.4 seconds. Today doesn't seem very fast, but for 1980s or early 90s was really very fast. All this performance from the V6 3-liter 2959cc naturally aspirated 207 horsepower engine with single overhead cam, so 2 valves per cylinder, and 245 Newton meters of torque. And of course the aerodynamic was very important for the maximum speed from 152 miles per hour. When new, the price tag was 35,000 British pounds in 1990, but this was huge money. If we transfer to today's money, probably will be approximately 80,000 British pounds or 100,000 American dollars. Today, if you want to buy one, the price will be very similar, approximately 100,000 British pounds, but they're not going very often for sale. So if you want to buy one, really you need to have a look very often on the market, because they are quite rare. So guys, this is this beautifully made Alfa Romeo SZ Sprint Zagato, just 1036 square build. The car is really very beautiful and very unique, every single element, even you can see here the door handle. So everything on this car is absolutely unique. You start from all the exterior, from the design, even from the interior. The car looks very sharp from every angle. It's very cool, absolutely fantastic car. Inside is very beautifully made, nicely done. Outside as well, very sharp, I'm gonna say again, very aggressive look with this distinctive 6 square lights, 3 each side, and the Alfa Romeo triangle in the middle. The back side with this spoiler is absolutely incredible car. So guys, I hope you liked the video about this very rare car. I'm gonna say again, 1036 only built from 1989 to 1991 Alfa Romeo SZ Sprint Zagato. If you like the video, please subscribe my channel and see you next time guys. Bye.